like uncomfortable, awkward, like how am I going to get through this? And now I can't wait. I'm so looking forward to it. It's just going to be comfortable and jokes and laughs.
The love bug bit last spring on the set where Tom appears in a small role as Chad, Drew's wacky boyfriend.
Starfish? Was it the Chad?
No! The Chad was great.
In fact, it was this improvised scene where Tom falls off the boat that sparked the passion.
It was a scary thing. The producer was yelling at me, saying you shouldn't have fallen off the tugboat. It was all, and so you know, Drew thought that was kind of cool, and
fell in love with you.
I think at that moment is when I fell in love with her.
When sparks started to fly, Drew turned to her co-stars for advice.
Hell yeah, I talk to them about it all the time. Like, okay, I'm going on a date. I need advice. I need help. I need guidance.
First comes love, then marriage. How about a baby carriage?
So you're looking forward to kids and that whole situation?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I'll finally get to have a family of my own. It's very exciting.
We'll see if moviegoers also fall in love with Charlie's Angels. It's in theaters now.
And later in the show, sorry, Charlie, but we are spilling angel secrets. We'll show you how to get the heavenly look of these ladies. But right now, we're going retro with a look back at the original show. And for that now, we go to Tony Potts in New York. Tony.
You're right, Sean. We are turning back the clock on that 70s show. Charlie's Angels became a worldwide phenomenon overnight, turning three relatively unknown actresses into household names.
Hello.
It's Charlie, Angel. Time to go to work.
Three stunning female detectives who answered to the call of an unseen boss sounds absurd today, but in 1976, 50 million viewers anxiously awaited the familiar introduction to Charlie's Angels.
Once upon a time, there were three little girls who went to the police academy.
More than just another TV show, Charlie's Angels was a TV phenomenon. The original stars, Farrah Fawcett Majors, back then, Kate Jackson and Jacqueline Smith became overnight sensations. They even had their own line of dolls.
Beautiful doll.
But it was Farrah who seemed to get all the attention. Her ultra-blonde hair sparked a style trend, and her ultra-bright smile increased her fame as a model. It had everyone talking about the Farrah phenomenon.
Ultra Bright has more whitener than any leading toothpaste, and the taste that turned toothpaste from dull to dynamite.
You don't cherish that. You really don't look for it, but it's something that has happened, and it's the Farrah phenomenon. Could you explain it?
Oh, no. But I mean, I'm more surprised than anyone.
And talk about surprising everyone. After just one season as an angel, Farrah quit in pursuit of a movie career. And rather than try and replace her character, the show introduced Cheryl Ladd as the departed angel's sister. It was a big deal back then.
Kate and I had been close and friends, and then Cheryl comes in, and I have to say I take my hat off to you.
Thank you, Jacqueline. I'll pay you later.
Okay.
I soaked in a hot tub all week. I still haven't gotten rid of all the eggs.
Of course, some complained that no matter who played the roles, these three angels served one devilish task.
I hired a private instructor.
The complaint was that the show promoted women as sex objects, but its campy humor and celebrity guest appearances made it all seem so fun.
Wait a minute, Sammy.
No, wait a minute. Let me do my thing, because that's what I do.
Now, on those early episodes, which can still be seen on the TV Land network, you can spot soon-to-be famous stars like Oscar winner Kim Basinger.
I just hope I can measure up. I don't think you have anything to worry about.
And Jamie Lee Curtis, who played a pro golfer who was being stalked.
I was thrilled to get the gig. I thought it was going to be a big shot for me to look really glamorous and cute. And I had the wardrobe fitting, and I walked in, and all there was polyester golf clothes. Shirt shorts, shirt shorts, shirt pants, shirt shorts, ugly skirt, ugly shoes. It was hideous.
If her clothes were tacky, the plot was wonderfully wacky.
We're walking my palatial house, and then all of a sudden, the bridge gives way. And Cheryl wrestles an alligator to save me.
See you later, alligator. But Charlie's Angels lives on. Jacqueline Smith's words back in 1978 still hold true today.
I didn't think the show would reach so many people, and kids love our show.
And just like the original show, the movie version is working that whole memorabilia thing. They have the Charlie's Angels backpack. You have the T-shirt, which we hope is for a child. And you also have the really hip and cool 70s glasses.
Straight ahead, Drew and her heavenly co-stars are set to face off with Will and Matt.
Number one at the box office is definitely going to be Charlie's Angels, which I think could do $30 million or even more. Number two, I suspect...
Charlie's Angels are kicking 70s fashion into high gear. Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu are such trendsetters. They were asked to grace the cover and guest edit the December issue of Marie Claire magazine. And senior fashion editor Lucy Sykes sums up their look in just 3 words.
Sexy, powerful, glamorous. I would call Lucy super glam. She's always in black, she's very sexy, she's very tight-fitting. Drew was chic tomboy. She wore a lot of denim, a lot of the logo t-shirts. Cameron was sexy girl. She wore a lot of the one shoulder that we're seeing everywhere now. Tight white pants, a lot of the gold jewelry, the Chloe sunglasses, and they all had on the high heel. I'm even wearing some now. You know, the super high heel booty.
And Lucy shows us how to steal their looks for less.
Maria is dressed as Cameron, and of course Cameron wore the famous red off-the-shoulder top, and this is by XOXO. It's under $50. The white pants are by DKNY, and we have the lightning bolt gold necklace, which I think is just a nice little detail. This was Drew. This was Drew. But I like this because as well as being sexy, it's got that tomboy thing. Let's see the back, because the back's so sexy. And this is really, you know, it's like $150 for the suit. I think this is so sexy and so chic, super glam. And we have the little leather bomber, ties around the waist to make it feminine and sexy. And then just the really chic black trousers and the black tee. I think this is great. And she has the lip gloss on. And I think she's a modern-day angel.
That issue of Marie Claire is on stands now, so all of you at home can look like an angel. And, well, Sean, you always look like an angel, right?
Hey, what was that look, Tony? I've got my official Charlie's Angel shade, so I'm all set. Right now.
Carrie.
Daily Variety's Michael Spire has been tracking the fall movie websites, and while he stopped short of saying these sites are critical to the studios, they are an inescapable part of 21st century marketing.
All of these studios need these websites because if you don't have one, the studio will be singled out as why don't they have a website?
You can get interactive and play games, buy merchandise, and in the high-tech site for Arnold Schwarzenegger's The Sixth Day, get a behind-the-scenes look at the making of the film.
136 Delta Bravo, take 1, you'll work.
That's a real big star site is what I call it, something that really promotes a star and the vehicle that he or she is in.
Damn, I hate to fly.
And sometimes, as in the case of charliesangels.com, it isn't even the studio doing the promoting.
Once they type in charliesangels.com, they get a big fan site. It's not a negative site. It's really promoting the film, and it's done unassociated with Columbia.
Company in Bootman.
And Drew Barrymore, Cameron Diaz, and Lucy Liu are babes against crime in Charlie's Angels.
Good morning, angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
They're private eyes who are easy on the eyes in Charlie's Angels, one of 5 new movies we'll be reviewing this week. I'm Richard Roper, columnist for the Chicago Sun-Times.
And I'm Roger Ebert, film critic of the Chicago Sun-Times. Our first movie is Charlie's Angels. And watching this movie is like watching your favorite relative with a lampshade on his head. I like Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu. I like their work. I like their looks. I like them, but not in this movie where sheer lunacy overtakes them and they make ridiculous spectacles out of themselves. It's nonstop, brainless action, a jiggle show where 3 babe detectives take orders from the disembodied voice of Charlie and carry out a hunt for a kidnapped millionaire. This is the typical scene from the movie repeated over and over. Something blows up real good, and the angels fly through the air, getting real bad smudges on their makeup. Sometimes they survive stunts even James Bond wouldn't try. Bill Murray is the Angels' best pal, and Tim Curry is a suspect.
Blowfish? Isn't that poisonous?
It's a rare delicacy for the man who has no fear of an excruciating death.
Charlie's Angels is a movie almost tailor-made for those campus town brew and view type theaters where pitchers of beer are rushed to the audience during the screening. It's the kind of movie they'd like on Wayne's World. But in the cold light of day, it's empty and noisy and relentless. I can imagine a good satire that combined the Bond pictures and the Charlie's Angel TV series, but this movie goes through those motions without wit or originality or joy. It's expensive and elaborate, but it's not fun, and I'm not even going to get into whether it makes the Angels into sex objects, because of course it does, but in a better movie, I wouldn't have minded.
Of all the bad movies that have been made from bad TV shows, this may be the worst, and that's saying a lot. You mentioned it as a jiggle show. You know what? Make it a jiggle movie. Have it rated R and just be what you are. Instead, they kind of hedge their bets. It's, you know, the characters are into martial arts. They don't use guns. Drew Barrymore is lisping her way, and she's telling these people, I'm going to kick your butts, and you're not believing it for 1 second. They make a huge mistake at the end of this terrible movie by showing a gag reel at the end, showing the actual actresses stumbling through the stunts, which confirms our suspicions that they didn't do all those stunts. So what we watch for 90 minutes is a big stunt show with a lot of explosions and then some really bad, cheesy dialogue from actresses who look like they'd rather be somebody anywhere else.
We knew they didn't do the stunts, but I mean, those scenes where they're lifted up by the explosion and thrown through the air, land against the windshield of the car, a little smudge here, a little smudge there. You know, Drew Barrymore is so good. Well, they're all so good. They've been so good
for this
in
movie.
So many different. This is just an ill-conceived project from the beginning. It's not a good idea. They didn't have any rationale for the approach they were going to take.
Right.
They didn't make it funny. It's not entertaining. It's a dead zone.
Is it a comedy? Is it a camp movie? Is it an action thriller? What's Bill Murray doing? It was really a bomb. Okay, our next movie is Loving Jezebel.